What are your thoughts about this Olympiad?
I love it personally. Everybody is so humbling, so welcoming. We feel very, very good here.
And what are your thoughts on the weather? Is it very hot for you?
Yeah. Well, actually, we do have some similar hotness in our country as well, but it's very humid, so it is a bit different. And we also have very big differences in temperature from the playing hall and outside, so it's a bit, we're trying to adjust, but we're doing good.
And is this your first visit to India or Asia?
Yes, it's my first visit to India ever.
And how different are your expectations that you thought earlier and after you came here?
Well, we still haven't seen very much of India because we have to play and, preparations and stuff, so we do not have much free time. But I'm hoping to see some temples, for example, on the free day, something like that. And I do believe that this country has a lot to offer that is worth to see.
Thank you so much and good luck at the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Hola, bienvenidos, Michael.
Muchas gracias. English or Spanish for the interview?
English, por favor.
Okay.
But what are your first thoughts about India?
This is my first time in India. I'm pleasantly surprised and very pleased to have come here. It's hot, but I come from Spain, so the heat is more or less reasonable for me. A bit worried about the mosquito situation. Sometimes I get bitten by mosquitoes, and although I put protector, it's tricky. But for the most part, I'm very happy, and I'm enjoying India a lot. I like Indian food as well, so I'm getting to understand a bit better the type of food, the cuisine, and people around here are very helpful, so very, very, very happy.
And you spoke about the weather being hot, so were you expecting it to be this hot in India?
I was actually expecting it to be even hotter, and also monsoon rains. I haven't seen any monsoon rains yet. I even brought a coat for monsoon rains, and we're lucky. And with respect for the hot, it's a different type of heat than Spain. Maybe not so starching hot, but always hot during the whole day. And that's something I'm not so used to. But okay, it's tolerable. And I think most of the people are saying the same thing, so that's good.
And it's, of course, summer in Europe as well. In Spain, there's like a little bit of heat wave in Europe.
Yes.
So are you feeling the same here compared to Spain?
Yeah, at least for me, it's a bit hotter here, but I'm still more or less okay, because I'm coming from a place where it's very hot. Probably for people coming from colder places in the world, South America now, I think is in winter now. It's a bit difficult for them to adapt. But okay, I think everyone, and inside the playing venues, there's air conditioning, so that's good.
Hi, welcome to chess.com. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Katie Della Maggiore,
And where are you from?
New York City.
And what are your first thoughts or impressions about India?
Oh man, I mean it's amazing. I haven't seen as much of it as I would have liked because we've been kind of confined to the tournament hall, but the little bit of glimpses that I get just make me want to get out into the real cities even more. Yeah.
And I know it's, of course, hot in New York City, but how compared to this place?
The same. Right? Yeah, no, really. And I was just in Florida, which is a very hot part of the United States, so it's exactly like this right now. So I'm kind of used to it.
And have you tried some of the local delicacies here?
I've eaten at the hotel, so I've had delicious food at the hotel. And I love Indian food in New York City, so I was excited to have actual, real Indian food from India. Yeah.
And of course, New York is a global hub, but compared to this Olympiad with plenty of different nationalities, what are your expectations? What are your thoughts on 187 countries playing here?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's a huge event. It actually reminds me of the US Open, which is like the tennis tournament in New York City. It reminds me of that, yeah.
And is this your first visit to India or Asia?
Yes, to both, yes. And I definitely want to bring my family back.
Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And we hope you a pleasant stay in India.
Thank you.
Chess.com is the team Palau of the women's team. Welcome to India. And what are your first thoughts about the Chess Olympiad?
So it's been a bit tough because it was on last notice, but we managed to practice, and then when we got here, it's been a great experience so far.
How long was your travel from Palau to India?
Well, I didn't fly in from Palau. I flew in from Taiwan because I currently go to school there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I went from Taiwan to Hong Kong, Bangkok, and then Chennai.
And anyone who traveled from Palau?
They did.
Yes.
Travel
to
Palau to Philippines, and then Philippines to Thailand, Thailand to India.
Wow. So how long? How many hours?
Almost 12. How long? How many hours?
12 hours, including the layover.
12 hours without that. And have you tried some of the local food in India so far?
As far as we know, we haven't, except for what they provided us at the hotel. We haven't gotten a chance to go out yet. Yeah.
And how hot is it in India compared to your expectations?
It's fairly the same as Palau, except not as humid, so it's tolerable.
It's like you sweat a lot in India.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's the same as Palau, so it's not much different.
We're used to the heat here.
Yeah.
It's not much of a difference.
It's normal.
Yeah, it's normal for us.
And how's your team doing after 3 rounds?
So we actually managed to play really well. Yeah, considering we have first timers, and then also since we didn't have much time to practice, but we did pretty well. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time and good luck in the next rounds.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome to chess.com. Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Reginald Mata. I'm from St. Lucia.
And how are you feeling after coming to India?
I'm feeling good. I had a bit of a difficult few flights, but apart from that, I've settled in nicely. So, yeah, I'm feeling quite fine.
And how's the weather compared to St. Lucia in India?
It's pretty much the same. It's equally as hot in St. Lucia as it is in India, so there's not really much of a difference. So I haven't had much difficulty adjusting.
And how long was your travel to India?
Okay, so I'm from St. Lucia, but I live in Barcelona. So I flew from Barcelona to Paris, and then from Paris to New Delhi, and then from New Delhi to Chennai. So the flight from Paris to New Delhi was like 8 hours, 9 hours. So it was a bit of traveling, yeah.
And have you tried any Indian local delicacies so far?
So I haven't really had an opportunity to go out and try a lot of like the street food and stuff, because it's really been from the hotel to the playing hall and then from the playing hall back to the hotel. But at the hotel they do local Indian food, so I've tried a few things like paratha and stuff like that. So, but I'm looking forward to the rest day so I can actually go downtown and go to some restaurants and try some food. So yeah.
And is this your first visit to India or Asia?
Yes, it's my first time in India and my first time in Asia. Yes.
And how different is it compared to your expectations?
To be honest, I didn't really have like expectations per se before coming. I was really looking forward to the food and the culture and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to the rest day to seeing that. So, but for now, because it's really been all about chess for me, I haven't really had an opportunity to set expectations or see if they met my expectations or anything like that. So on the rest day, that's when I'll be able to go out and really say, okay, you know, since I really wanted to try out the food and visit like the cultural and religious places, I'll really know, like, you know, whether it's, I guess, matched my idea of what India would be like.
All right, thank you so much for your time and wish you a pleasant rest day as well as good luck in the tournament.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Chess.com is with Fun Master my client. Welcome to Chess.com India.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here with all my fans.
And how are you feeling about the weather you're in India?
It is sunny with a chance of saag paneer, but I've yet to get any yet. So no, it's stifling. It's kind of like Dubai mixed with a sauna. It's hell on earth, actually. But I'm surviving. Chess is an indoor game, so we're getting by. And I try to keep in mind every day that there's at least 2 or 3 people that would rather be where I am than where they are. So whoever those 2 or 3 people are, give me a call, we'll swap. but it's okay. It's okay.
And of course, it's summer in the US as well, but how different are the temperatures from Charlotte or Mahabalipuram?
Well, at least in Charlotte, you can get a cold beer. There's a lot to be said for that. So it is, I mean, is it possible to have 110% humidity? Because you guys have perfected it. You're professionals. My hat is off. So no, this makes Charlotte look like Siberia. Yeah.
And this is your 5th Chess Olympiad, and how would you compare this one to the other ones?
Well, it's in probably the biggest city, I guess. But there's a lot more chess culture outside of maybe Dresden. Although you probably still have more chess culture than Dresden. But Dresden's the only other Olympiad I've been to where I can really think of like chess posters and things being all around the city. I mean, Batumi and Baku, there was some. But here it's like, I don't know how many bridge muralists you guys have in Chennai, but they all came out. I mean, anytime you ride down the highway, it's like hand-painted murals. So thank you for supporting the arts, I guess.
And lastly, you mentioned saag paneer earlier. How has been the food experience for you so far at the Olympiad?
That's literally the only reason I'm here. End of story. No, it's been great. I didn't know you guys had so many different words for bread. You have more words for bread than Eskimos do for snow. Am I still allowed to say Eskimo? The Inuit people. Sorry. It's hard to be politically correct when it is 700 degrees outside. So you guys about ready to fry that egg on the sidewalk like we promised? We doing this?
Maybe soon, maybe soon. Chess.com is Women International Master Fiona Stell-Antony of Luxembourg, a very famous streamer herself. Welcome, Fifi, to Chess.com India.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And is this your first visit to India?
It is, yeah. I'm very excited to be here.
And what are your first impressions, your thoughts on India?
I think the thing that stands out to me is the fans. There are so many chess lovers here. I've never seen such a frenzy, around a chess event. I love the food. I love the hospitality. I still need to see more of India, but I'm very happy to be here.
You mentioned food over there. So what is your favorite food in India so far?
I'm a vegetarian, so I eat paneer every day, and I'm very happy.
Is it different food, like different terms of tastes compared to Indian restaurants you've eaten in Europe?
I think that they make the food very tourist-friendly here. It hasn't been too spicy, so I think that they are adapting to us, but it's very delicious.
And what about the weather? Is it hot for you, or how are you feeling? I know you spent quite some time in Bangkok not a few months ago.
Yeah, I think that it's not as difficult for me as a lot of the European players. I've traveled in Asia quite a bit, not in India, but in Asia. So for me, it's fine. I was warned that it was going to be very hot, so it's much better than I expected.
And how different are the temperatures from here compared to Luxembourg?
Well, actually, just a couple of days before I arrived here, it was 38 degrees, so even warmer than here. But I guess the humidity and it feels maybe warmer, but it's very warm in Europe now as well, so I don't think we have any reason to complain.
Well, any message to your Indian fans there?
I really just want to say thank you so much for all the support, and thank you for being so kind and so friendly. Everyone who I met was so lovely. So yeah, just thank you, and thank you for coming out here.
And thank you, merci beaucoup, Fifi, and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you so much.